Hello. So good evening, everyone, or good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
It's different time zone.
Morning.
So this is the Money, Sex and Receiving Zoom call with Chilla
And Rocco.
from New Zealand.
We are from New Zealand. Yay. How does it get any better than this?
So
Normandy. Yay. Bonjour from Normandy.
the first big question is, what's your point of view about sex?
What's your point of view about money?
And what if you have a point of view about receiving? And everything that brings up, will you destroy and uncreate all that? Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and poc, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. So this topic about money and sex, like if you look around, people have these problems all the time. Finding the right relationship, but actually who the fuck cares about the relationship, because everyone wants to have sex. And and everyone wants to have money. But people are lacking this most of the time. So what's going on? Why there is a big lack around these two things? Because actually, if you look around, there are lots of bodies. Everyone wants to have sex and everyone is lacking sex. How can it happen? So what's your point of view about receiving sex? And actually, what's your point of view about receiving from each other? What if, and what else can you receive?
And what's your point of view about receiving from yourself? When was the last time when you received yourself? Everything is starting here, receiving yourself. And how many times did you acknowledge yourself? And everything that brings up, would you destroy and uncreate all of that? Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and poc, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds.
So the funny thing is, just as an example, as long as I didn't acknowledge myself, I had jobs where I was always underpaid. My boss was really not acknowledging me or taking care of me, and it didn't feel good. And then I realized that, hey, I'm really doing a great job. I'm really valuable. I'm really, really good at the things I'm doing. Suddenly, I found a job that paid 50% higher salary. And suddenly, the boss was someone who said, wow, Rocco, you're doing an amazing job. Like, I didn't have to tell them. They were telling me all the time, oh, it's amazing what you are doing. And I was still doing the same what I was doing at the previous workplace for 50% more and being acknowledged by everyone, just because I was acknowledging myself.
Yeah.
If you don't change anything, just acknowledge yourself, what would it create around you?
Yes, what would it create in your life? If you acknowledge who you are and you will start to receive yourself.
I don't know what could have happened if I would acknowledge that I'm an amazing lover. But let's stick to money and work.
Yeah, money and work. When did you buy into you have to work very, very hard instead of having money?
Yeah, you are not allowed to have money unless you work very hard for it.
Or maybe you have to have 2 jobs or
an extra shift
every
evenings,
working 12, 14 hours a day. Otherwise, you don't deserve the money.
And you don't deserve a promotion.
So everything that brings up, and every time when you bought into, you really have to work hard for having money. Would you destroy and uncreate all of that? Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and poc, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. What if you can create money with ease?
So, of course, how can you create anything if you don't acknowledge yourself, if you don't receive yourself, if you are not grateful for who you are, if you function from life is shit and I didn't achieve anything and it's so boring, and even I can't have a good relationship with anyone else, how could you have a great relationship if you don't like yourself, if you don't enjoy being just yourself? Actually, if you are not allowed to be you, what is the relationship that you can create with others? Who will come to you? Who will look for you for having a relationship with you if you are not allowed to be you? What's the life and what's the relationship you create? And everything that brings up, you destroy and uncreate all that. Right and wrong, good and bad, put and poke, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. So, are you willing to have money?
Are you allowed to have money?
And are you willing to have sex?
Are you allowed to have sex?
Are you allowed to have both?
And everything that brings up, would you destroy and uncreate all of that? Right and wrong, good and bad, put and poke, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds.
So there's a question about receiving you. So let's do a quick exercise about this. So please just find a comfortable position and lower the barriers. So we create barriers around us in order to protect us from the mean people, from the bad things in life.
Negative things, you know.
And also we learned it to create a barrier, and through that you can protect yourself, that no one will find out your secrets. So no one will know what you are doing secretly. But actually it doesn't work like that. When you have your barriers up, it cuts off your awareness. It doesn't allow you.
And it's written here, I've got a secret. So everyone will know you have something
that you are hiding. So, and actually if someone else chooses, they can find out what you are hiding. But when you lower the barriers, suddenly you have access to the information that is around you. You have access to the information about other people. So it's really true protection is when your barriers are down, because then you can have access to all information all the time and no limitations. So even if there were mean people around you who were planning to do something bad against you or just bad mouthing about you, you would receive the information.
You will know.
Yeah, and you will know as well what to do. So just lower the barriers, all the barriers you have around you, everywhere where you decided to protect you, yourself, your core, so no one else can find out who you are or no one else can hurt you anymore. Right and wrong, good and bad, put and poke, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. And as an infinite being, with your being, just start to expand out in all directions of the universe. And when you expand out, you include your body in that expanded space. So you don't jump out, but include your body in the space. So as you expand, just include each and every molecules and cells and tissues and all the energies and vibration of your body, everything that your body is, everything that that you know about your body. Just include all of that. And keep expanding in all directions. So include everything in this expanded space. All the energies, all the plants, all the furniture, the carpet, the walls, the whole house where you live, the other people in that house, in that room, and just keep expanding beyond, beyond, beyond. So as you expand, just stay present with your body, with your whole body, and allow yourself to receive the body. You can even tell yourself, okay, I choose to receive my body. Everything about my body, everything that my body is, I choose to receive that. Everything that happened to my body, everything that my body knows, everything that is possible with my body. and all the things that happened to me as an infinite being in past lives that I bought into this body. And everything that brings up, will you destroy and uncreate all that?
Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pokol, nations, boys and beyonds.
So all your points of view about your body, that's what your body is and how it looks like, or what happened to your body, and everywhere where you identify you as your body, or identify you based on how your body looks like. So all the judgments of other people about your body, all the judgments and projections of others regarding you, everything that you logged into your body. So will you now destroy and uncreate and return back to the sender all of that? Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pokol, nine shorts, boys and beyond. So really, what else is possible with your body? What else is possible, and what else can your body receive? What if your body can receive from others without being touched by others? And what if your body would like to be touched and it can receive through touch as well? And what if you could have access to all the information that your body has? Are you choosing that? So just keep your barriers down and receive everything that your body is and that your body knows. Just receive, 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 receive. Okay. And as you keep expanding in all directions of the universe with your infinite being, are you willing to receive you, the infinite being that you are? Everything that you have ever done, everything that you have ever expected or planned to do or be, are you willing to receive all of that? So what would your life be like if you were receiving you non-stop, with no expectations, with no judgments?
What would it create to yourself, to your life, to others, to the whole world? What invitation can it be to others?
So how many people are received around you?
And how many people is naughty and mean just because they are not received?
Like they're trying to do everything in order to have the attention of others. So they are really mean and nasty assholes.
But what would it take to receive everyone? What would it create?
What change would it create in the whole world if each and every person on earth would have been received non-stop? Like seeing them, the good, the bad, and the ugly, everything about them. Seeing things as things are instead of what we expect or what others say about things.
So what else is really possible beyond this reality? What can you create? Just receiving yourself and your body.
So just allow yourself to receive your body and everything that you are, the whole being that you are, beyond time and space, like who you were in past lives, what have you done, what commitments or promises and contracts and secret promises you made in any previous lifetimes to yourself, against yourself, to others, for others. And everything that brings up, will you now destroy and uncreate and revoke, recount, rescind,
reclaim, renounce, denounce, destroy and uncreate all of that. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pokol, nine shorts, boys and beyonds.
So what would your life be like if you were receiving you beyond time and space?
What if you start to receive money as well? What would it create in your life?
So all your points of view about money, all the lifetimes when you were rich and you've been killed for money, so you decided, no, I'm not going to have money anymore.
Or punished, or
For
the money
being rich.
taken away from you.
And you decide, okay, it
No
hurts so
more.
much losing that much money, so I rather will not have money, so I cannot lose it. Everything of that, will you revoke, recount, rescind, reclaim, renounce, denounce, destroy, and uncreate?
Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and poko, and answers, boys and beyonds. And every time when you were a nun or a priest, and money and sex was evil, and no, I don't want it, and you promised.
Or you were a guru, or you were a lover of the guru, but you were not allowed to love or have physical sex with that guru because it was evil. And they told you, yeah, if you have sex with the guru, then the guru will lose
the power.
Yeah.
So everything that brings up, would you destroy and uncreate all of that? Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and poko, and answers, boys and beyonds.
So all the promises you made that you are not going to have money, or you are not going to have sex, and all the lifetimes when you were on a spiritual journey where it was not allowed to have sex or money in any shape or form because it was somehow told to be a limitation or an obstacle between you and getting into the Garden of Eden or becoming enlightened. And all the lifetimes when you were a guru or a healer and you were only allowed to take like food or shelter, but not money, nothing valuables. And do you remember in those lifetimes, they were looking after you? Anywhere you went, they were feeding you. They gave you shelter no matter what.
And clothes.
But does it happen in this lifetime?
Yeah, what about now? Do they pay your bills and your food and your clothes?
So everybody decided, okay, I'm going to be a healer again, following these rules. You just forget about it. You have two jobs now. You have to go and earn money, and you have to be a healer. And still everyone will judge you, because if you don't have enough money, you are not a real guru. What are you talking about? You have nothing. If you have something, if you have money, then what are you talking about? You are evil. You are a fake guru. You are rich. You are not allowed. Anyway, you will be judged. And everything that brings up, will you destroy and uncreate all that?
Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and poko, and answers, boys and beyonds.
And if you have sex as a guru, that's even worse. I think just the only worst thing can be if you are rich and having lots of sex. Because they will say then you are running like a sex cart. Oh my God, can we join?
And everything that brings up, would you destroy and uncreate all of that? Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and poko, and answers, boys and beyonds.
So what would your body be like if your body could have all the sex that it desires, all the generative, nurturing sex that it desires to have? What would your body be like? So actually, if you tap into the energy of your body and ask the question, hey body, how much sex do you desire to have? Do you have any symptoms? Do you have any sicknesses, any allergy? Just ask the question, okay, what change would it create to my symptoms, to my allergy, to my diseases if I were having more sex? And how much sex should I receive, generative and nurturing sex, and how often, to contribute to my recovery? And actually, what about the energy of money? What if the energy of money is also a contribution to the body? Not just by spending it on organic food or nice jewelry or nice clothes, But the energy of money itself, what if that is also nurturing and creating more for the body? So are you willing to receive money with your body and through your body to each and every cells and tissues of your body? What would your life be like if you were receiving money with your body? And how much money you should receive through your body? And what if your body can contribute to your capacity of generating more money, of inviting more money into your life? Imagine that your bag, your bedroom is full of money and generative nurturing sex. What would it be for your body? What could it create to your capacity of receiving?
And all your points of view, judgments, programs regarding sex, or even just hear this word, sex, would you destroy and uncreate all of that? Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and poc, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. What is sex for you? What does it mean for you? What is it for you? How is it for you?
What is the sex that you desire to have? What is the shape, form, and taste of it? And how long should it take? Which form you'd like to take it? From who? When? How often? For how long? What if there is nothing wrong about knowing this? Knowing what you desire, what works for you, what creates more for you, what's generative for you. Are you willing to look at it? What's generative for me? What do I truly desire? What do I look for in this life? What can I add to my life that would create more for me and my body? What if that is not, there is nothing wrong with that, to add more to your life, to have something greater in your life? There is nothing wrong with that, looking after your body and your whole being.
And everything that is, will you destroy and uncreate all of that? Times a godzillion, beyond time and space. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and poc, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. So what else is really possible when you start to receive everything, really everything?
Starting from you.
What else is possible beyond this reality when you start to receive yourself?
Actually, are you allowed to receive you? So everywhere you bought into that, you have to serve others and don't think about what's good for you because that's evil. Will you destroy and uncreate all that?
Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and poc, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Every time when you put yourself on the last in your list, would you destroy and uncreate all of that? Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and poc, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds.
What if you can have ease in your life, and you can have ease with your body, and you can have ease with money? What is it that you are not willing to be, that if you were being, it would change everything in your life?
With total ease. So what life would you like to create? What life do you desire?
You know, about sex, they say on earth, this is the maximum of what can you receive. Like if you have sex with someone, it's already based on a decision that I'm willing to receive from this person, and I'm willing to be vulnerable with this person.
And
actually, you are willing to be the most vulnerable, and you are willing to receive the most from that person of which you are having sex with.
And this is the maximum we can receive from the others.
So if you go to work, how much can you receive from your colleagues and from your boss? I mean, unless you are Monica Lewinsky, like how much can you receive from your boss? Like, and actually, do you have to have sex in that shape and form, what what we think as sex? Are you allowed to receive from others? What are the points of views that we are following when it comes to receiving? What would your life be like if you could receive that much that you allow yourself to receive during sex? You know, it's all about you and your decisions, your points of view, your allowance. Do you allow yourself to receive as much from others anytime, not just during sex? Why should we limit this capacity of receiving only for those few seconds or maybe minutes?
Yeah.
If you are lucky, maybe 10 minutes.
What else is possible with this?
What would it take to receive from everyone in all kinds of situations with no points of view? Receiving all the information, all the energies, all the vibration, everything that they are, and everything about them. And the same about you. Receiving everything from you and about you and from you. And what would it take, or what would it do to your capacity of receiving and generating money? If you were willing to receive everyone and everything, what would it do to your capacity about receiving and generating money? Are you willing to have money? And are you willing to receive money? Are you allowed to receive money from the people that you are having sex with? Or no, that's being a bitch. I'm not going to be a bitch. So I have to marry all the people that I'm willing to receive money if I want to have sex with them. And everything that brings up, we destroy and uncreate all that. Right and wrong, good and bad, put and poke, all natures, boys and beyonds. But what if there are different shapes and forms of having sex? What if sex is really the generative, nurturing energy to the body and the being? So when you are walking on the beach and you feel the sunshine on your skin,
or the sand under your feet,
or the waves, the gentle waves of the ocean,
or the wind on your face,
and you feel so good, that's the sexualness of the nature. There's a true, joyful, and generative energy to the body that nurtures the body, that heals the body.
Can you receive that?
And what if that energy also you can receive in many other places, many other ways? What if you can receive it just by when you are eating some food, some really delicious, amazing food? What's your point of view about receiving? What's your point of view about sex? And everything that brings up, will you destroy and uncreate all that? Right and wrong, good and bad, put and poke, all natures, boys and beyonds. So what would it create in the world? What change it would create if we were receiving all the time? If we were receiving everything all the time?
Each other, the nature, everything.
And not just everything, but in totality. Like not limiting the receiving, but saying that, okay, now, because we are having sex, we can receive each other. I allow the other one to know more about me. And of course, I want to know about this person. So what if you were receiving everything and nonstop about everyone, including you, including your body? What if you could receive from people that you don't like? Because receiving is not about taking something. It's about the willingness to have no points of view about that person. The willingness to see them as who they are and what they are.
Acknowledge them. Without any judgment and any points of view.
So when you acknowledge someone, you don't have the polarity. There is no emotions involved. You just have the clarity. Ah, this person is an asshole. Okay. And you just receive the person. You know everything about the person. I mean, that's quite sad if that's everything about someone, but there are people like that. So what could your life be like if you had the willingness to receive everything about everyone and all the time? What change you could create in the world, and what change it would be to your body and to your money situation, and especially to your body? How much healing it can be to your body if you're willing to receive everyone and everything. So here is your homework. Have sex and receive.
Have money and receive. And receive yourself.
So how much money can you generate if you were increasing your capacity of receiving, if you were not limiting your capacity of receiving? So in each and every moment, whatever you do, just be in the question, like, what can I be and do to receive with total ease? And what will it take to have no limitations to your capacity of receiving? What amount of money could you create, and what relationship you could create if you had no limitations to receiving?
And what if this is possible?
Yeah, what if this is not just a question, but it's
really possible.
What you can create?
Yeah.
What is the business that you can build, or the financial reality that you can build if you are willing to receive non-stop everyone and everything?
No matter what. No matter what, 24/7.
Willing to receive all the amazing financial possibilities, all the ways how you can do it, how you can achieve it. What's the next step to it? Are you willing to receive all of that?
What if you start to receive a multi-million-dollar global business? What is it for you?
What does it require? So what is a multi-million-dollar global business for you?
What is the energy? What is coming up in your body? Of fear and resistance, or space? And every limitations and points of view regarding this, I have money and the other one hasn't got much. Would you destroy and uncreate all of that?
Yeah, everywhere where you bought into, you're not allowed to have more than others.
And when you bought into, there is lack in the world. Would you destroy and uncreate all of that and return back to the standard? What if universe has got abundance and it's enough for everyone? It's enough for everyone.
What if you have more, it doesn't mean that others will have less. So it doesn't put you into the constant wrongness of having money and having sex and enjoying life. Like, enjoying life is not a wrongness, and you are allowed to enjoy life and have fun and ease.
And what if your wrongness is your strongness? Ha! And everything that brings up, will you destroy and uncreate all of that? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, online shorts, boys and beyonds. So what else is really possible beyond this reality? What can you create beyond this reality? When you start to receive, let's start just with yourself and see what does it create. Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for the questions and the comments. Thank you so much. It's a great contribution.
And hope to see you next time.
Yeah.
And
have a wonderful day and
have lots of fun.
Yeah. And start to receive. Thank you. See you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. See you.
Thank you. Thank you.